In this episode of 50 Phenoms, Ryan Shazier interviews Lindsey. Lindsey recently graduated from high school, where she played varsity soccer. In her sophomore year, Lindsey was seriously injured in a game, and she feared the worst. This is the story of how she overcame big odds to get back on the field, and how the experience shaped her future.
Woo! There we go. That one's clean.
Ryan Shazier's 50 Phenoms, in partnership with UPMC.
How you doing, Lindsey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So can you tell me what happened?
So I was in a game, just a normal night, normal game. Everything was fun. I am a forward, so I was trapping the ball from a punt, and I was turning, and my foot stayed in place, but I kept going. So it instantly tore everything. So once I got off the field, they put me up on the bench. The trainer removed my shoe. It was just very swollen.
Yeah.
We had an orthopedic appointment the next morning, and they wanted to do an MRI and found out that it was a Lisfranc injury.
A Lisfranc injury is a very serious injury. The Lisfranc complex represents a series of ligaments that help stabilize the midfoot. Now, these ligaments help hold the metatarsals, which extend from the toes to the other bones within the foot. And this is a critical complex to support of the arch, which is important for walking, running, and jumping.
Lisfranc, every time I hear that, I know it's a tough recovery. Is that a common injury for people that play soccer?
No, it's not really common at all. They informed me that it happened mainly in car accidents. That's how serious it is.
In Lindsey's case, having injured this playing soccer, something she's very passionate about, we were pretty much required, and it was in her best interest, that we stabilized her midfoot. We used a combination of plates and screws to do this, to give her the best opportunity to return to soccer, but also to be able to be active and throughout her life going forward.
I had to have 2 surgeries with a plate and 5 screws, and I'd be off my foot for a decent amount of time. I remember my mom had to tell me that she thinks it was time to hang up my cleats. And hearing that as a young athlete, that was just unacceptable to me, and it wasn't an option.
She didn't take that very well and kind of just dismissed it. And I think it was just a point where we were a little devastated at that time and knowing what she had gone through and what she's going to have to rehab through.
You seem like a competitor. If anybody doubts you, it seems like, hey, you're going to find a way to overcome whatever they said.
My trainer and I came up with a motto, and it was no surrender. And whenever I was frustrated, whenever I didn't want to do an exercise or workout, she would make sure to send me a text, and it would say no surrender.
And one thing that we used to do, we used to like to relate everything to football. So the way you had no surrender, we had, hey, that's another first down. So you just got to find ways to motivate yourself.
And she did get back on the field. And that was just so rewarding to see it.
And she came back as a different person. She realized that there were more opportunities than just athletic opportunities.
I knew I had to prove to myself that even if I wasn't the player that I used to be, I can become a better person, and I can let my injury not finish my soccer career, but just push me into the field that I want to go into and help motivate me and just show other people that sports aren't your life. They can be a part of your life.
That's amazing that this injury really helped you define who you end up being. Help you find out what you want to do in your major, help you find out what you want to be, and help you be a better person.
She made something that could have been completely devastating to a 16-year-old high school kid into something that will motivate her and propel her into the future. And I have no doubt that she would be one of the best physical therapists that anyone could want.
I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity of meeting you and telling me your story, because you're definitely a phenom, and I think it's amazing.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
That's awesome.